Hey guys, YoshiPal here. Now Nintendo just released their new Nintendo Switch online service, and the reaction has been, I'd say, mostly negative. Now, in my opinion, I don't think the service is too bad of a deal, considering you're getting 20 NES games for $20 a year, and more NES games are to come, and you get cloud saves and deals and stuff. But whatever, that's just my opinion. Now, what I'm focused here are the NES games. Now, I have a real soft spot for the NES. I actually own one, along with the cartridge for Super Mario Bros. But the thing is, those original NES machines, they really can't be played on that many monitors and TVs nowadays, because it outputs composite at best, and most TVs are ditching composite and component ports. And some TVs only have component, and if they only support component and not composite, then the image will appear black and white, which isn't optimal. And that's why Nintendo has made services where you can play NES games via HDMI, which is currently the most popular video format. Before, it was the Virtual Console on the Wii and Wii U. Now, while the Wii could not output HDMI, all Wii games are still playable on the Wii U, which can output HDMI. And that allows us to play Wii Virtual Console games via HDMI. Now, they weren't designed for HDMI, but it's going to be interesting to see how they compare. Now, it's important to note that all Wii Virtual Console games were released on the Wii Shop channel, and you can't even add funds to it using a credit card. However, it is possible to add these games via Homebrew. Now, I'm really unlucky with using Homebrew, and it never seems to work for me. So instead, I'm just going to use Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's upside down. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now, in this game, they have a section called Masterpieces, which has demo of Virtual Console games from the NES, SNES, and N64 on the disc without any additional downloads, with the only downside being that you can only play each game for a limited amount of time. So that's how I'm going to be capturing the footage. If we look at it on the Wii, it actually doesn't look bad considering it's only 480p over HDMI. The pixels look fairly sharp considering how low the resolution is, but there is a downside in that the colors seem very dark, way darker than usual. If we take a look at it closer, then what I said still applies, it just looks a bit more blurry due to the low resolution. If we take a look at the game running on Wii U, it looks bad. It's technically running at 1080p, but you wouldn't be able to tell. It looks so blurry. Like, seriously, it looks blurrier than on the Wii, which ran at a lower resolution. And I don't even get that. My main complaint with the Wii is that it looked dark. The colors were darker. But I used a digital color meter to see the color values, and this one is actually slightly darker. Why they would make it darker, I have no idea. It just looks worse, and I don't get it. This is 1080p. This is much higher resolution, but they somehow screwed it up. Looking at a close-up, you can see that it's essentially the same. I don't know how they made it worse than a 480p video, but they somehow did. Looking at NES games on Nintendo Switch, it's a whole different story. The colors are so much brighter, and it's so much sharper. My only complaint is that they have to put the borders around it all. Like, seriously, let us get rid of the borders. I want it to just be black, not have the lame border and have my icon. That's just dumb. Nobody need that. Nobody asked for that. But besides that, I still think Nintendo Switch is my favorite. And my final ranking is the best one is Nintendo Switch. The second best one is Wii Virtual Console. And the worst one is Wii U. So keep that in mind.